everybody, welcome back to another video on the 2002 Ford Ranger Edge. Well, my parts have started to roll in. For my conversion I'm going to do in changing the headlights to the dark, painting the grille black, and one thing I'm still waiting for is my overlay for that badge. That has taken a long time to come in the mail for some reason. I have no idea why, because they shipped it probably almost a week and a half ago. But anyway, I'll show you the headlights, which have arrived. So here they are. They are clear lenses, but black, I guess, baffles and stuff inside. So these are the ones I wanted. It also came with some kind of darkened corner lights. You can see right there. So the only thing I forgot to order were the amber bulbs. So I'll probably just install these with the clear bulb for right now, but pick some up next time I go to the store. But I am gonna remove the grille, obviously, so I can sand and repaint this from the argent color that I painted it when I first got the truck to the black. And also the air guides inside are also going to be painted black, because they are also that gray argent color from the factory. So overall I think it'll be a nice little change. I mean, there's not a whole lot left I can do to this truck except for make little changes, which I will continue to do, so stay tuned. Got my helper here today. Well, anyway, to remove this grille, you need to remove these three fasteners right there, the ones on top of here, and of course that side. And if I remember correctly, the whole grille is held in with tension clips and it pulls out independently of the headlights. But since I'm going to be putting the headlights in at the same time, I'll just have everything out, which will allow me to go ahead and clean it and throw a coat of paint on whatever is under there that needs to be painted. Maybe clean some bugs out, whatever. So I'll go ahead and get this grille off. Okay, well, with a bit of struggling, I finally got the grille off. What it does is basically it's just a pressure fit in two clips there, one there, and two more over there. And I really didn't want to break the grille because it's got these plastic fins that kind of stick in there, so I had to kind of pry down, then with the metal screwdriver kind of try to pry away at that and release it. Anyway, it's off, so I can go ahead and take off this air guide and clean it. And where I wanted to mount the light was basically right here. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that or not. But if I can't, I'll just mount it to the outside here. But either way, I'm going to mount it one way or the other. So I guess I'll get my trim removal tool and pop out those clips. It's really dirty and all kinds of, I don't know what all the white stuff is. I don't know if that's old wax or what, but I'll get all that off of there. All right, I've got the grille all taped off, and I think technically this grille can separate from the grille shell, but it's well, I'll just show you the way it's held in there. It's got these kind of pressure fit plastic clips, and I don't want to break them, so I'm gonna go ahead and I've taped it off, and I'm just gonna spray this gloss black. See how that turned out. I've got it all cleaned and scuffed, and it's ready to go. Of course, I'm going to move it to a different location, but anyway, just wanted to show you that before I spray it. So let me get going. Okay, got the air guide painted and reinstalled, and it's still just a little tacky, so I'm going to leave it kind of go for a bit. Anyway, I think I'm ready to start installing these headlights. These just pop out really easily. Like I said before, I don't have any amber bulbs. I may end up just leaving these for now until I get some. I mean, they're easy enough to change out. I think I just have to remove the headlights in order to do it. So let me get these popped out. This I've done a million times. Got this on video a lot, so probably not going to show it. But anyway, stay tuned. Okay, I've got the grill put on. And if I have to be honest, it was a giant pain in the ass taking this thing off and putting it back on. Trying not to break it. So I successfully did get it back on. As you can see, I've got the old headlight there and the new headlight on this side. I have not changed those out, but that's easy enough to do. So now I'm just working on getting this thing to sit flush. I've got this side okay, but I still need to kind of suck that in a little bit down there to make that match. So I'll go ahead and pull that out, adjust it, and then put the right side in. Okay, well, I think it's time to mount this light bar, and I think I have decided the place I'm going to put it is actually in this opening right here, which means I have to remove the license plate, and I'll probably leave it off for right now until I find a place where I can relocate it. Or actually, I guess in actuality, I could put the plate back, and then the light bar would shine from both sides, which would probably be adequate. I'm not sure how it would look, but I'm willing to give that a try. I really originally wanted to put it behind the grill here, but unfortunately that would require me really hacking up the structure of the vehicle, because I don't know if you can see right here, but there is, right in there, there's a part of the radiator support, and it's fiberglass, and it runs from top to bottom. Plus in here there really isn't a good solid mounting base for it, so that would really then leave the outside or down there. So I think I am going to try to put it down here. I can actually hang it upside down. Well, the light will be right side up, but the brackets will be upside down. And I can hopefully mount it. There's some metal up there, but first part is getting this plate off. So let me do that. Okay, with the plate off, it looks like this frame is held on with these big oversized rivets. I can actually feel the backside, and it feels like it kind of just splays out in there. So I'm going to have to go ahead and drill those out, and then it'll reveal the bumper, which is probably scuffed up a bit down there, but that's okay. So I'll get the drill and get that off. Alrighty, finally got that plate holder off, and as I thought, it's pretty dirty back there. That should hopefully clean up. But I don't know what dealership put these on, but that was just stupid. All they do is they spin in there, so I'm gonna have to actually just end up cutting those off. They ended up pulling through the holes a little bit, which I guess it's not that big of a deal. I can just get some washers if and when I mount that back on the front. But on the flip side, there is enough room down there for the light, so I'm gonna go ahead and hopefully that'll clean up so I can just keep it off for now. So let me see how I can remedy that. Okay, well, good news and bad news. Good news is I found a way to mount this, and these kind of frame rails extend on both sides, and I was able to line up the brackets perfectly and drill through. The only problem is it's a double wall, and so I had to drill also through the back side, which that wasn't the problem, but the hardware that they sent me unfortunately is not long enough to do that. So I'm gonna have to run to Home Depot and pick up some longer bolts and fasteners before I can actually mount it. But it looks like it will be just about perfect once it is mounted. So right now, unfortunately, it's rush hour traffic, and I don't think I want to head out to Home Depot at this time, so I'll either do it later or tomorrow, but it might be a good time to go ahead and work on the wiring, so I might have to pick this back up after I get the hardware. Okay, just a brief overlay for those of you that have maybe never done this before. It might look imposing, but it's actually super simple when you buy one of these all-in-one kits. So this is the part, of course, that goes in the cab. This is the switch, and it has a disconnect, so you can easily route that through the hole in the firewall. And then down here you have your relay, which is basically just a switch. You got your inline fuse and your positive and your negative, which then extends down to the business end of it, where it connects to the actual light. And this has some nice disconnects on the end, and I know that I've got some more, so I'll go ahead and install some on there once I get it mounted. And then you just find a nice place to tuck all the wires, and it shouldn't be too hard to find some places under here. I'm not too concerned about appearance, not like I would with my Mustang or the Prelude. I mean, because this is a truck, and it's not a show truck. So I'll find a nice, convenient, and easy place to route all the wires. So let me get that going. The wiring is all run. It terminates here, and it'll be ready for me to hook that up once I get the additional hardware. It goes inside this headlight bucket hole. There's a cavity between the battery and the inner fender, and there is a lot of extra wires, so I've got it wrapped up and stuck back there. Right here I have the relay and the fuse, and this of course is ready to attach the battery, which I will do last. And then I've got the wire for the switch goes up in here, and there's a little bit of it sticking out. And I will be perfectly honest, I got lazy, and I didn't like any, well, I wasn't lazy, I mean, I did some investigation. I didn't like any of the holes that were available in the firewall. So what I did is I basically ran it down through here, down inside the door jamb, where it goes in the cab with the rest of the wires that I already have. It's not pretty, but that's already there for the power windows and the power locks, and it's not a problem. It's not pinching or anything, so I'll definitely keep an eye on that. But as far as the placement of the switch goes, I didn't like it anywhere in here, and I don't want to see it. It's not, you know, it looks aftermarket to me, of course, which it is. But I decided that I'm going to go ahead and put it down here. So I've got to clean this yet with the double-sided tape, and I'm just going to stick it right there. So you won't really see it, but it is quite visible and accessible when you're in the driver's seat. So that'll be just fine. But I'm pretty much at a stopping point until I get additional hardware. Of course, maybe it's nap time, I don't know. So I'm going to go ahead and clean up my mess, and then maybe I'll venture out to Home Depot tonight or maybe tomorrow, but that's pretty much all I can do at this point. Well, it's the next day, and I went and got the hardware, and I've got these brackets mounted. You can see there, it just goes straight through this frame rail to the back side, where I have a washer and a lock washer and a nut, and it's on both sides right there. So now I can go ahead and mount the bar and cinch it up, and there is some you know, adjustment room built in here, so I can get it exactly correct, and then I can hopefully aim these things, so that shouldn't take too long. It is all mounted. It fits in there perfectly. It's very solid. I've got it aimed just a little bit up. That can easily be changed. Now I just need to plug in the connections, tuck the wire up there, make the connection to the battery, which I will do, and then the next shot you see will be what this looks like at night on a dark road. So stay tuned for the conclusion. Okay, wrapping up this video, these are the AuxBeam LED headlights they sent me that I featured in a prior video, installed in the new black housings. So they're great. I really love these AuxBeam headlights. They're really good quality for not a lot of money, and I know the camera is probably not doing them justice, but the light output is amazing. 1,000 times better than an incandescent bulb would be in this 2002 vehicle. So anyway, also showing the light bar. Here it goes. Lots of light output. And this, of course, is not for public roads. This is just for dark areas or off-road. And it's perfect for what I need it for, but I don't know if you can see, but that ground out there is practically daylight. That's awesome. So anyway, that'll do it for this install. I will link the light bar below, so please check that out. And if you have any other questions about anything else on this truck, please check out the comments or the other videos for the links, because I have linked everything from the suspension to the wheels and tires and the shackles and everything in between. So please feel free to check out the other videos and subscribe. And once again, I'd like to thank AuxBeam for giving me the opportunity to install one of their light bars. This is definitely not the first time I've gotten a light bar from them, but I'm very happy with their quality. Definitely worth the money for sure. So I guess that'll do it for now. Let me know if you have any questions. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the flip side.